Good morning. I am Dr. Christine Lee, procrastination coach. Today, I would like to talk about how to get you guys to overcome your fear. When I'm talking with my patients and coaching clients throughout the day, what I notice is that we get stuck in a blanket kind of way. We lose track of what we are trying to focus on, and we go into this haze of fear, a blanket amorphous fear. And I just thought I would come on today and give you specific steps for recognizing your fear and just getting on top of it so that this blanket fear doesn't prevent us from making the steps we need to make and getting the accomplishments done that we certainly are capable of. So that's the goal, to get rid of our fears. The first step I think that is critical in any action sequence is that we have to make a decision. So that's step number one, decide. I have learned from a long time ago, the book Willpower taught me this, that the root of the word decide means to cut. And I've also heard from another person that the the part CIDE of the word side means to kill. So the word means to cut or to kill. And we have to have the courage in our hearts and minds to make a decision and cut off one part of the path. We have to kill off one part of what's floating around in our minds. We could do this, or we could do this, or we could do this, but we need to cut out two out of the three options in order to have focus, in order to accelerate, in order to move forward. So that is my first essential tip, which is we have to come to a kind of reckoning point. We have to get real with ourselves that being in this blanket fear state is no fun for anyone. We seem like we're spacing out. We seem like we're unmotivated. We're seeming like we don't have the fire within us. And we don't want to come across to other people like that because we're not like that inside. We have motivation. We have desire. We have plans for ourselves and those around us. So let's get those out into the open by making a decision. The second step is that we need to act and take physical action in spite of whatever fears are around us. And the fears that I see that are most common are a fear of failing, a fear of confrontation. So if you start acting in the way that you think you're supposed to, you're afraid of having to deal with someone else at the other end of your activity, and you feel worried about surviving that confrontation. You worry about seeming like a fraud, that if you actually do what you think you can do, people are going to think that you're uppity or that you're escaping your role, that you really should be smaller than you're playing. And I say that's nonsense, because all of us should be playing much bigger, I think, than we are, because we have so much potential. Why play small when we have so much opportunity and we can be creative and we can just go big? And one of my favorite fears, and I think the one that I tend to fall prey to oftentimes, is that I'm worried about wasting time. And so the irony is I will delay doing things because I'm worried about wasting my time. And so I just have to coach myself, sometimes daily, that I need to keep going. I need to work. I need to put in those minutes or those hours in order to get the goals that I'm really craving. Okay, so the third essential tip is that we have to keep going every single day. We can't stop. We need to develop the sense of consistency. You've heard me say this over and over again. I need to remember to turn off this phone. And consistency will get us there, because consistency gives us results. When we put in the time every single day, things start to move. When we put in the time every single day, our spaces start to get cleaner. When we put in the time every single week, our following will build, our authority will build, our experience will build, our fun will build. So we need to not just make the decision and act in spite of our fears, but we also need to push forward every single day, no matter what the mood is. I think we put too much emphasis on how we're feeling. Feelings are great from a psychotherapy standpoint, but from an action standpoint, most of the times we need to just push them aside and keep going forward. So in summary, get going, squash your fears by making a decision today. Focus on one thing just for today. Act in spite of your fears. Go forward as if no one is watching and as if no one cares. And then keep going. Build that activity to to a point where it's natural for you, where it doesn't generate fears and where you can see the results coming from it. Hope these tips helped you. I enjoyed creating them for you, and I know they really work. So that's the big thing. You just need to trust me and do this stuff. Implement it today. If you would like to follow me on Instagram, I'd love to see you there. I'm at Procrastination Coach there. But one other thing I have for you is a free download. It's called the Free Resource Library. And all you need to do to get it, it's 12 free resources, is type the word free library, all caps, no space, free library, to the number 44222. So type free library to the number 44222. You'll put in your email address and the 12 downloads will be coming into your email inbox. And I will see you next week, Tuesday at 10 on my Facebook page. Take care. Bye.